If you are planning to get admitted as a lawyer, these are the 3 things that you need to prepare to pay for. So I got admitted as a lawyer in the state of Victoria, and fun fact, I failed 8 classes in law school, had a big academic comeback, and still became a lawyer. But anyways, these are the 3 main things that I had to prepare to pay for. First thing first is the admission cost. So I got admitted in the state of Victoria, and in Victoria it was around $880. That's how much I had to pay for. So how much it costs and when you pay for it depends on the state and territory that you're in. So at least where I was at, so I was in Victoria, I paid the $880 fee after my application has been approved. So that fee was actually had to be paid in order for me to get allocated a admission ceremony. So it took about a week for my application to be reviewed and approved for me to get qualified for admission, and then the last and final step was paying that $880 fee in order to get allocated into an admission ceremony. So again, it depends on the state or territory that you're in, so you'll just have to look it up. So the second one is covering the cost for your mover. So when you get admitted as a lawyer, you need to have a mover. So this mover is another lawyer. They are the ones that move your admission in the Supreme Court, and they have to wear a robe. And most of the times, those lawyers will have to, get the robe themselves. As a courtesy, you would offer to pay for their robe. As a courtesy, sometimes they will just get it themselves. You don't have to pay. I didn't have to pay. My mover just they just rented their robe at their cost. But just in case, it is worth just being prepared to offer to cover that cost. It's not really a mandatory thing to pay for that cost. It's one of those things where it's nice to offer it. But again, it's up to your discretion if you want to offer to pay for your mover's robe. Just something to think about. And then the third and final thing is, of course, the practicing certificate. So the admission certificate, so the certificate you get when you get admitted, and your actual practicing certificate are 2 completely different things. So the admission certificate is what you get after you get admitted. So when you have your admission ceremony, you get the admission certificate saying that you've been admitted as a lawyer. But your practicing certificate is a whole other thing that you have to apply for. Like, of course, you need to get admitted first before you can get your practicing certificate. And this practicing certificate is something that is renewed every single year, so at least for the state of Victoria, and I'm pretty sure it's nationwide as well. It starts financial year, so it will start on the 1st of July and would finish on the 30th of June. So yeah, that practicing certificate you have to renew every single year, and there is a fee involved in that. I don't want to say exact cost because I know for